Welcome to Drew Talks. The pandemic has shown us that you cannot rely on the gyms for your workout. I, for one, haven't been able to go to a gym since March of this year. But there is good news. You can still do a lot of your workout at home given the right equipment. So let's get started. For beginners, I would suggest just buy some resistance bands off Amazon. With resistance bands, you can do a whole lot of exercises and work your whole body. Get also a yoga mat. On the yoga mat, you can do also all sorts of stretching exercises, crunches, and those are all you need. And a pro tip, also get something called as an ab roller. Now you can trust me on this. I have a very high level of fitness, and even I find it difficult to complete one motion of the ab roller successfully. It is a very difficult exercise and it totally blasts your core. So if you can do the ab roller successfully and do a couple of reps, you are good. That means you are better off than most other people, and that's all you need. Do some push-ups and yeah, you're good. Like for a beginner, that's more than enough. And you know what the best way is for beginners to exercise at home? Smash that like button. That is the best exercise of all. just kidding, guys. For if you're intermediate fitness enthusiast or a gym goer, I would suggest investing in a dumbbell and a kettlebell. Now I know these pieces of equipment are a bit expensive because they are sold by weight, and the more the weight of a dumbbell or a kettlebell, the more is the cost. But you can optimize this cost. There are lots of equipment on Amazon which costs about $15, which convert your dumbbells into a kettlebell. They are Amazon sells a lot of grips, so you hold that and you convert the dumbbell into a kettlebell. So at least you're saving some of the cost. And I would highly recommend getting a pull-up bar. Now for about 50 to 60 Canadian dollars, you can get a doorway pull-up bar, and from that you can do a whole lot of pull-ups. For me, I'm not the biggest fan of those because I'm unsure of their sturdiness and how much weight they'll be able to hold. Plus, it might damage your doorway as well. If you can, and if you have the space, invest in a pull-up stand. I did myself. I paid about $200 for it, but that was the absolute best investment I've made. I can do pull-ups and weight is not an issue because it's a separate piece of equipment. I can even do dips on that, pull-ups, and that was one thing that I was sorely missing from not being able to work out regularly at the gym. So I would highly suggest getting a pull-up stand and a dumbbell, and you can convert that dumbbell into a kettlebell. Now for the advanced users, there's one thing that you cannot do without. There's so much you can do with body weight exercises, and if your body weight is lower like me, it's not enough. For me, body weight exercises have never been enough because my strength to weight ratio is very high. So my weight is no challenge for any of the body weight exercises I do. So I invested in a training vest. Now my vest is a 40-pound vest, and I got it before the pandemic started. I got it in a couple of years back, and that's why I didn't pay a lot for it. The prices of such things have increased in recent times. It is a 40-pound vest, and trust me on this, that is so good. It increases your strength by a lot of magnitude. imagine you're doing all your exercises by wearing 40 pounds. So it's like you are carrying 40 pounds with everything. And in the start, yes, it is going to be difficult, and you can always take the weights out. So in vests like these, and higher weight vests like these, you can take the weights out and make a 40-pound vest in 20 or 15, whatever you might choose. And there's so many things you can do with that. You do pull-ups with that. You can even at home, most of us don't have access to a squat rack. So what you can do is wear the vest and do squats. So it's essentially you're doing squats with like 40 pounds, and also you can hold your dumbbell or kettlebell and do the squats and increase the weight. Do pull-ups with that, dips, all the exercises. I for one do 100% of my home workout while wearing that vest on. So I am wearing that vest for 1.5 hours, and so just imagine, for 1.5 hours I'm essentially carrying 40 pounds, and you can see the difference. I can do so many things, and it's all progressive. When I started out, I'm talking about this year, because I had access to a gym, so I really didn't wear the vest a whole lot. So I was just able to do like one-hand push-ups without the vest, barely. Then after the lockdown, I started doing push-ups with the vest on, like regular push-ups. Then that became easy. I graduated to clap push-ups. After that, one-handed push-ups. And recently I have graduated to one-hand clap push-ups with the vest on. And trust me on this, that is one of the best exercises you can do. It totally works your core, your chest, and you can do all sorts of leg exercises. You can do jumps with the vest on. It's really good for your thighs. You can do all sorts of stretching exercises. It is one of the best things, and it's worth every penny. Again, I know my last advice would be very it's not accessible for everyone because of the space. Most apartments, condos don't have enough space to accommodate that, and it is also very, very expensive. But if you can invest in a squat rack, it's nothing like it. And there's lots of equipment which combine the squat rack with a bench press as well. So bench press and squat racks are combined. They cost about 500 Canadian dollars or 400 US. Fairly expensive, and that is without the weights. You have to get separate barbells, a barbell. You have to get weights to go with that. So total investment would be about 7 to 800 Canadian or 600 US. But if you can get that, and if you have the space for that, you do not need the gym, like period. Like I haven't invested in that as of now because I don't have the space. So I will be moving very soon. Next year I'm so eager to move and get more space, because I can't rely on any gyms anymore, because you never know with the pandemic when they might close, and with the time limit, it's so annoying. You can't really work out properly, because a lot of gyms, what they had done in Toronto was, when they had opened for about a couple months, you had to book a time slot, and the time slot was usually an hour. So you can't really work out in peace in an hour. So you need to invest in your own equipment, and brand new would cost you about 8 to 900 Canadian dollars for sure, with the weights and everything. But try and see if you can find them used. So yeah, that would be a very, very good investment, provided you have the space. And again, as with the beginners and everyone else, the best exercise you can do again is smash the like button. So guys, that was my advice for converting your home space into a home workout gym. And again, if you have all of these things, you do not need to go to a gym, and you can be self-sufficient and you can work on your body instead of relying on a gym, because it's so easy to lose all your gains if you're not having access to a gym for a year. Then you lose the motivation, then you lose the habit of going to a gym and working out, and that's it, everything's gone. So yeah, that was my advice for your home gym. Do you have something which I missed out? I'm sure I missed out a lot of things, but what's your take? What kind of equipment would you invest in? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you're liking the video and liking my content, please like, share, and subscribe. There's much more content coming up, and I'm always there to answer your questions about anything, literally anything. So please feel free to reach out to me in the comments, and I'll see you soon in the next video.